Hey everyone, OJ. I went to go see Madam Web yesterday, and I gotta tell you, the most funny thing about watching that movie in general was the fact that they wanted us to take this shit seriously. And I'm not gonna give any blame to the actors. I feel like this is generally Sony's fault. They have proven that this franchise is not really worth it. Like with the Venom movies are the best things about it. That's the Venom films. Those movies alone, and they're not even great films. They're decent. But I feel like the difference between Venom and hell Morbius the difference between Venom and Morbius with Madam Web is that the fact that I'll at least give Tom Hardy this. He proves that he can play both Eddie and Venom really good. He just needs, honestly, it's just Sony's fucking meddling that kind of pisses me off about how much like they just fumble the bag with Morbius and Madam Web. And Morbius was just, I'll at least give Morbius this over Madam Web. It's ironically entertaining. I feel like the memes kind of helped it. But yeah, so this movie is weird. It's very weird because the way so it starts with like Cassandra Webb's mom, and she's in like the Amazon getting find this rare spider with this guy named Ezekiel Sims. And I'll be honest, I'm a little unfamiliar with Ezekiel Sims. Again, I got to do more look up on Spider-Man because he's my favorite superhero now. But yeah, and pretty much shoots her, and then like these ancient spider people come down to like help her. Only that's too late because like she dies giving birth to Cassandra, and then we go to years later, right? And yeah, just it starts, and then yeah, so it just starts with her, she works at a hospital, and then she works with Ben Parker. Yes, the same Uncle Ben. Yes, Ben is a major character in a Spider-Man movie, and he's not the driving force. Surprisingly, yeah, surprisingly, and I will give Adam Scott this. He was the best thing in this entire film. The best thing in this entire film alone. Like I will say, he was a good actor. I think he had genuinely some good lines, and I don't know. He's good. He was good. I feel like his talent should not have been wasted on a script that obviously Sony had a lot of major write ups for. But where was I? Right. So, and I guess like when they were trying to help out this guy get out of his car to get into ambulance, Cassandra falls in the car and she starts to see visions of the future. She starts to see that which makes her start to go crazy, and she finds herself getting connected to like three teenage girls. In which, and going back to Ezekiel, he's still so yeah, like years later he has a spider, and pretty much the whole thing with him, he's been having visions of three spider women killing him, and it's those teenage girls that's connected to all this. And Cassandra finds out like when she tries to leave, and now she pretty much like she feels like she has to, in a way, has to protect the girls from him. And I just want to point out the guy who played Ezekiel Sims. I'm sure he's a fine actor, but what the fuck was he? What was his direction? Like, I feel like there's nothing against his plan here in this film. It's like what exactly? So after when you kill them, it's like I feel like what was the point of stealing the spider? Like what for? Money? It's like I really want to know because feel like there was no explanation of why exactly did you want to take the spider. I honestly I don't remember if they even said money or something. Well, I don't. I maybe I did, but it's just yeah, like it was a slog, and I don't know what kind of voice was he trying to do because it felt very robotic. It felt incredibly robotic just to listen to. And I actually feel sorry for Dakota Johnson. Honestly, I feel like whenever I see her in a movie, I don't know, just it feels like generally she just feels like she doesn't know exactly what she's acting about. And this movie kind of solidifies that point. So, how does it work as a superhero movie? Well, I'll tell you. There is not that many action scenes. Not that many action scenes for a superhero movie. For a character that's named Madam Web, who is a very important figure in the Spider Man mythos. Like, you have Madam Web, one of the most important characters in Spider Man, and you don't even do justice to her character in this fucking movie. It is insane. It is embarrassing. It is embarrassing that Sony is even allowing this to even happen. Seriously, it is embarrassing. It makes me wish, sometimes it makes me wish Disney had full control over Spider-Man. Because if Sony is just going to be pumping out shit, then why? Then what's the point of even going to some of these movies? And and back to what I was saying about the whole thing. The three girls are the spider people. Obviously, are the canon spider people. Like you have Spider Woman, both Spider Woman, and I knew Anya because this 2017 show, the cartoon on Disney XD back in the day. And it's like they don't even turn into they actually don't even turn into like their superhero forms. Not at all. It was just visions from Ezekiel. That was it. And the suit that he has in the movie looks like some kind of ripoff of a little bit. It looks like a ripoff of Tom Holland's suit a little bit. It does. Just from the texture and the eyes. It just kind of looks like shit. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, wow. You're really expecting me to really care for this movie. They're really expecting me to care for this movie. And it's like, they're so scared of connecting this to, like, Spider-Man. And it's like, it's weird why even make some of these movies without even having a glimpse that there is a Spider-Man in that universe. Again, I enjoyed the Venom movies, but it's like, it still feels weird that Spider-Man is not at all in those movies, and don't even get me started on how they practically wasted like that version of Venom just for a fucking cameo in No Way Home. But yeah, so I look at this and I'm thinking to myself, like, you're giving us these nods. Like, you have Ben Parker, you have Peter's mom, and it's like you're telling me it's like you really don't want to have your own Spider-Man in this film? Honestly, I honestly gotta say, anybody who has seen this film, like, what do you think? Because I don't know. I'm just laughing by the fact that this was like $80 million was put into this movie. And it just looks like a mess. It looks like a visual mess. It's a script that script's mess. It's visually just empty, and it's like performances from actors that I know can do way better. They have way better that have way better acting chops. Have been wasted on a shitty film. And like they got Isabel Merced, however you pronounce her name, well, her last name, and she's gonna be. And here's the thing: she's gonna be Hawk Girl in Superman Legacy, which is a DC film, and it's gonna be run by James Gunn. And I obviously know that like this is like that. This role that she was in from Adam Webb will be gone automatically when that film comes out. When that film comes out. But yeah, any other positives I have to give? Like I said, Ben, obviously, Adam Scott as Ben was actually he's the best thing in this movie. And there were some surprisingly some unintentional funny moments. And the Columbia Pictures logo that they had at the beginning for celebrating 100 years, I like that. That was nice. Although that shouldn't really be a compliment to the film itself. Like generally, I think that's a nice logo. Although it's gonna be kind of funny that to know that's gonna be like airing that the Garfield movie's gonna have that logo. I don't know, just thinking about it, but Yeah. That's all I have to say. And we also got, yeah. That's all I have to say about the film. And as for Sony, like, fuck, you need to do better. Like, if this is the quality that you're gonna give us with this sub franchise of Spider-Man films, then I'm not gonna. I don't want it. I don't want it. And here's the thing: we got Craven the Hunter and Venom 3 coming out. I want to know what exactly are they gonna do for this. What exactly are they gonna do with those two films, especially Craven, because how can you? I don't know, but yeah, all right. I'm done rambling, but yeah, just wanted to get that off my chest. Yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and if you go see Madam Web, you know, if you like it, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. But that's all I had to say. So